Okay guys, and welcome to a brand new Behind the Collector. Today we're checking out the collection of Ken, or Keyo The Collector on Instagram. So go and check out his Instagram page, but today we're gonna check out the collection up close and everything. Right here we got our first big what is it called? Rack?
No. Rack, yeah, rack. It's storage rack.
It's a toy rack. All Masters of the Universe stuff. Now, is there a reason you placed this outside of the collection?
Yeah, because I didn't have any room inside my collection. That's the only reason.
I think we're in for a treat because that place is going to be packed.
You won't believe it, man. I had a lot of toys when I was a kid, of course. You don't have the collecting vibe if you didn't have a lot of toys when you were a kid.
Yeah, okay.
So I had a lot of toys when I was a kid, and then when I grew up, it kind of goes away, it kind of fades away. But then some stuff happened, and like 10 years ago or something like that, I started collecting again, and this is what happens when you collect for 10 years.
What was like the initial spark like for you to start collecting it? Was it like a toy or was it like?
No, it wasn't really a toy. The initial spark actually was when I was cleaning out the attic here.
Okay.
And when I was cleaning out my attic, I found all of those toys. And then at that time I was already repairing like vintage consoles and computers and stuff. So when I found those toys, it's pretty cool. So I put the toys on a rack, and then it started going from there, I guess.
Started just accumulating
more.
So is Master of the Universe one of the toy lines you focus on, or?
No, actually not, because I've sold like 2 or 3 times my entire Motu collection.
Okay.
But every time I started again, collecting again, because they keep reviving it. So every time they revived it, I've started again.
You get
collecting
nostalgic
again. Yeah, I get nostalgic again. But it's not like I played with them a lot when I was a kid, because it's before I was born. Okay. So like these toys were the toys that were in the bins when we were at the doctors and stuff. So but still, yeah, it's one of the big 5.
I have like a similar experience like that, because like in kindergarten, these were the toys that were like in the bins, because like the teachers, their children, they dropped their toys in there, and you'd be playing with like He-Man and Skeletor and everything during kindergarten.
Yeah, it's same for me. Huh?
Yeah, you also got some Remcos up here. 2 of the Conans. You got the King one, you have the other one. Missing the accessories, but you're also looking out for the knockoff stuff.
It's not like really my cup of tea, but when I think it's a cool figure and I think it's like a part of the line, definitely it can go up there. Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. What else do we have here? You got some Skeleton Warriors?
Yeah,
this stuff came out in the 90s. Was this something you had?
I had like one figure. It was the bad guy. I think it was this one, the robotic one.
Oh wow!
I guess
Dr. Cyborg.
Yes, somewhere in a big box of toys, I got one, and yeah, that does have nostalgia for me. Not all the figures, but I did. This was my bad guy. So yeah. Awesome. Then we got some aliens. You really like making dioramas, don't you? I try to do like a diorama / collection. Okay. Because if you want a real diorama, you can't put them like I do, eh?
Yeah.
But I try to go in between, like racking the figures as much as I can in there, and like trying to pose them as good as possible, like the good guys fighting the bad guys, adding some material.
Yeah. Awesome, because when I started noticing your Instagram, it was like, oh, it's got all these dioramas, and you know, like you had like a Tiger Force one, you had a ton of turtles stuff, Toxic Crusaders, and with the neon lights. I can't wait to go in there.
Yeah, you can see. I'm kind of like a lights guy too. I'm a mechanic. I'm an electronic. So everything is light up. Everything works. Everything has to work. I can't take it when it's not working. So.
Do you feel like you're more of a boxed collector or more of a loose one? You want to be able to display?
Yeah, I want to be able to display. I'm a loose collector. I do like the box art. I do like other stuff that like the commercials, but I definitely like to take the figure and hold the figure. That's important for me. I have to be able to hold the figure. So if you buy boxed things and you can open them, yeah, maybe then, but like carded figures, just for the card art, like one of them, and then.
Well, seeing as you've already like sold off your Motu collection a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still King Randor in here. You got the Meteors. You have some newer stuff. You got the 2000X stuff. You have the new Adventures, everything. So this is still a pretty, good collection. Wildor. We got Rotar in the back over there. Mosquitor. This is nice.
My favorite, too.
Mosquito?
Yeah, man.
You want to take this tour a little bit further?
Yeah, let's go inside.
I can't wait to see this. Okay. Wow. Dude, you gotta turn over here when you walk in. Maddie.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at all those toys.
Wow. Everything hanging from the ceiling as well. Check it out. Well, you got some really good turtles right here as well. Wow. You have all 4 of them.
Yeah.
These are the Dino turtles, right? Are those the actual wings for Donatello?
No,
the repro?
No, I winged it.
You winged it? That's perfect.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm walking to the thing that catches my eye first.
Yeah, of course.
And it's this glass case. Oh, there's some type of a laser.
Yeah, it's like the Dolph Lundgren version for He-Man, the laser power He-Man,
Wow.
with the Dolph Lundgren head.
Wow,
Like the
okay.
sword he has is like the right sword, but it's like they remade those like cocktail prickers in the
really?
90s. So I was able to find one. It's a cocktail pricker.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, really.
Really? That's such a cool.
I got more of those over there, like the small ones, like the small swords. Yeah, like in all colors.
Yeah.
When you think back, you remember when we were eating like cheese things when we were kids. Those red and orange swords. They were molds from He-Man swords.
No way.
Yeah,
Freaking way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's,
Wow.
That's such a good story.
That's crazy. I love that.
yeah, I've got more of them. I can show you.
Oh, okay, but this is like Merman's.
Yeah, it's like merman sword. Yeah.
Check this out. It's,
Cocktail pricker in merman model.
so you can get like your little sausages and your olives and stuff.
Yeah, they were used like that.
No way. And this is like a He-Man sword,
Yeah.
but without the
No,
inside.
pretty lame. It's pretty lame done.
Okay.
And they're really, you can feel it. They break.
Yeah,
back.
yeah, they're just used
They're
like-
flimsy. They're
like
they're
in a
to use
pub.
once and then to throw away.
Wow.
We had them
This
over
is
here too, but
crazy.
not the He-Man ones. We had like the little swords and little pirate swords.
Yeah. I think I used to use that.
Yeah,
Like with
we did.
G.I. Joes.
Yeah, with
like,
G.I. Joes and stuff. Yeah, those were the ones that broke the thumbs about G.I. Joes.
Dude.
Yeah. Cool color, huh?
I didn't know that. That's such a crazy story. That's insane. Wow. Oh, and you have. That's the.
It's like from the laser tag, but the other thing. You have like laser tag, and then you have like what's it called? It's like
It's by El Jan.
Captain Power?
No, it's not that. It's
Photon?
Yeah, photon, something like that.
Photon.
The kids used to play with them
Photon,
and they
or
shoot
photon.
at each other. But
Yeah.
and then they made an action figure line too.
I haven't seen that.
Hey,
it's
I know
pretty-
stuff.
Yeah, you grab that one.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, this is rare too.
Because you always have the regular guy, and then you have the big orange monster, but I hardly ever see this guy over here. Check it out. So he's got a battery compartment in the back. You can
Yeah.
open it up, and then he actually has a sensor over
Yeah,
here.
you can shoot
and you
him.
can laser tag with
Yeah,
these
laser
guys, and I
tag,
think
yeah.
they can shoot out as
Yeah,
well.
something like that.
So wow.
Didn't you do a toy history on
I
it?
did a toy history
Yeah.
on that, and I forgot everything about it. But still, it's like, wow, I remember it, and seeing this for the first time, wow.
It's a cool toy, man.
I love it. I love the
Yeah, that's a
sculpt
cool
on
toy.
it. That looks so nice.
Yeah, it's a cool toy.
And then there's, some other heavy hitters in there. You got a Scareglow, some of the harder to find turtles in there, and a lot of mummies alive actually in here.
That's like the
I
last.
love this.
That's like the last TV show I watched when I was a kid. It's
Yeah,
like
this-
97 or something like
I
that.
think 98 or yeah,
98
something
perhaps,
like
yeah.
that.
So like
yeah.
we were 11,
Wow.
12.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the last thing I watched on television that I really liked as a kid.
I think for
So
me it was
I
the
had
same.
like a special connection with it.
Wow.
Afterwards, it was all gone.
They're cool.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm taking this home or should I put it back? I'll
Everything's
pop
for
it.
sale. The
I'll pop
price
it
is right, buddy.
So I guess we're in the nook that also has all the Transformers here. You got one of the Euro exclusive ones up here. What is it called again? Sky Scorcher?
Yes, I don't.
Sky Scorcher.
Yeah,
I
something
think,
like that.
Yeah.
He has a cool gimmick, like
Yeah, you can look.
you can look
him.
through him, and then like the one on
There's
top.
on
Yeah,
top
there's on top.
as well.
So you can look through a lens, and then you can see the other guys when you look through them.
That's awesome. Over here you have a ton of like newer. This is mainly just Optimus.
Yeah, those are all Optimus Prime.
Wow. And then you got some Megatrons, and then
Some Megatrons, and those
these
are,
are some of the
combiners.
combiners. So
Yeah.
you actually have Devastator right here. You have all the ambulance guys. Utron.
Computron, that one is Abomination or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Then,
So there's a ton of
yeah,
these.
so Menasor here.
Okay.
Dinosaur.
Oh,
Menasor
wow.
keeps toppling over.
So these are all just of like the combiner.
yeah,
bots.
those are the combined. The
And then over
G1
here you got
combiners.
some more of the tiny
Yeah,
ones. These are more
G1s.
Euro exclusives, I think.
Yeah, those is like when the Transformers stopped in America, they kind of
Yeah, the G2s, they kept coming out
They kept
over
coming
here.
out here, but they stopped like in America, and those are like the G2s from.
Yeah, and they have like the funky colors.
Yeah, but those are the ones when we were a kid, they were in the toy stores, because like the
Okay,
G1s were before us.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously some Dinobots because they're cool. And yeah, Rock Lords.
Everybody has to have some Rock Lords.
Everybody needs to have some Rock Lords.
everybody needs to have some Rock Lords. And the Gnarlies.
The gnarly. Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
in
the
there,
Gnarlies,
too.
they're the little pets from the Rock Lords, like the meteors from
Yeah.
Motu. It's like, I don't know what it is like.
Little gnarlies.
They
right
make
here.
like a noise when you ride them.
Yeah. Like that. That's awesome. And you put like a rock in there.
Yeah, of course.
Some sediment.
They are the Rock Lords. He's the Lord of the Rock. Yeah.
And then over here, some Beast Wars. This is like one of the last things I actually watched.
Yeah, for
as
me
well.
too. Yeah, that's like the end of our childhood,
Yeah.
Beast Wars.
Definitely love the Dinobot. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine too. This one is actually which one I had when I was a kid. This
Oh,
one.
sweet.
This one and the polar bear.
Mine too. So
Yeah.
I had this one.
Yeah, he's only missing one part of the face.
Mine does too. I had this one. He broke, and then I bought him again as a kid.
My sister swallowed a piece.
Really?
Yeah, really.
No way.
She choked in it.
What? Okay, and then like the other part of the room is just diorama after diorama. Over here on top you can see some of those extreme dinosaurs. We got some BC Riders. We got a Sega Saturn box that Maddie claimed because we're also doing some bit of hunting today. And Power Rangers. Was there like the moment this came out in the 90s, did it take over for you like it did for me, or were you like not completely into it?
I was into it, but I think it was like kind of like 1 or 2 years. It was not like the other stuff. Like Transformers was there my entire childhood.
Okay.
But like Power Rangers, when I was like in 1st or 2nd grade, we all wanted to be the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
And
and
afterwards
then
the Green Ranger. Yeah, and then afterwards the White Ranger.
Yeah.
But it was like 1 or 2 years. I think the way they made the show, the way they made this, is like for a specified age range. And
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that's the 6 to
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Instead of like Transformers, you could play with them
Yeah.
from smaller
You
to
could
bigger.
keep-
Yeah, you could keep playing with them. Even when you were bigger and we were a mechanic, we still play with Transformers. yeah, we
Yeah,
were.
dude.
Yeah, we were.
But you did venture out into like big bad
Yeah.
Beetleborgs. Stuff
And
like
then
that.
Winspector, that's one of the figures I had when I was a
okay.
kid. All these toys that are in here are my own toys when I was a kid. And the armor of the Winspector always broke. There was like
so
a
you
big-
made one
So I
yourself.
made one myself. So like that one, I took out of the bin when I was cleaning the attic, and it still has the cardboard, which I placed on it when I was like 8 years old.
Okay, wow. I had similar experiences, but obviously you stuck to those first 2 years. You got the Power
Yeah, yeah,
Dome in
yeah,
here.
that's
you have
what I-
all those Zords.
Those 2
And-
years we watched it and we played.
Yeah.
We played Power Rangers. That's all.
Yeah.
Because afterwards it really fell away for us.
Well, yeah, it was just terrible after
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I think. Maybe not. Then we were checking out Street Sharks after that. One thing though, like, this is where you work. You
Yeah.
do like all your repairs.
Repairs,
You check
yeah.
out all of your toys and stuff. So you have like the big,
yeah.
the big light there. How often do you spend time in here to like
I wish
get your stuff done?
I wish I could spend more time here.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, it's not as much as I want.
Okay, yeah.
That's the answer. Yeah, as much as I can, but it's not
Yeah.
as much as I want.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a fun room. I guess you hardly get any work done here because you're constantly looking around at your stuff.
No, you know that. When you have it, you have it, and it's cool to place it, and it's cool to like once in a while to clean a shelf, to replace a shelf, but.
Yeah,
it's cool to chill, but it's not like I'm wow every time. No, it's not like that. You're not wowed from your room anymore, too.
No.
It's a cool room. You enjoy being in your room, but it's not like wow. No, it's not. It's not.
It already starts aching like one of those shelves. I want to do something different.
Yeah. That's what I got too.
For me, it's the same thing. I actually have like these Toy Fair catalogs for turtles. So what I want to kind of do now is have like one shelf, one catalog, and then put that run in there, so it's like chronologically.
We're gonna build a second house.
Maybe I need to do that. But yeah, that was one of those things I really wanted to do. But I guess from here you could kind of like look at it chronologically as well. You had Power Rangers coming out. I think Street Sharks soon came after that. They were a little bit earlier.
Yeah, a little bit earlier.
You have some Ocean Warriors as well.
Yes.
But this is like a nice run of just Street Sharks.
Yeah.
And you have the Mechasaur over there with the rubbery thing. The rubbery thing.
Yeah.
Johnny. Yeah.
They all run it away. I don't know why this one survived. I do like tint my windows. Every window is tinted here.
So there's
no UV lights. Yeah, and like the lids are like in special lids.
I love all the ceiling stuff as well. So you have like
that's just
the copter over
That's
here.
just because I don't have any more room in my shelf.
Get that. You got the Tomahawk. We'll get to the Joe stuff a little bit later because there's some pretty heavy hitters in there. But what do we have here? We got some more Batman stuff, and then well, welcome to the '90s. These are 90s colors.
Yeah, these are 90s.
This is Toxic Crusaders. Is this one of the lines you had?
I actually did. I had a Junkyard when I was a kid. I cut off the tongue the moment I got him because I hated the tongue. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I did that, but something like that really bugged me as a kid.
This guy is different. This is not Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah, that's why I put him here.
Do you know where he's from?
It's like a mix and match mash line they made from Hasbro, but it's clearly this guy is clearly like Toxie from 2000. They're really he's like Toxie, isn't he? Zombie Toxie.
It had me fooled. I was like, am I missing a figure?
Yeah.
I also noticed you had one of the newer ones in the box over there.
Of course, one.
Oh. It's okay, Batman. It's okay. Here we go. This is the newer Toxie. Who did this again? Trick or Treat Studios actually created this one, and he is a little bit larger than the actual one, which kind of frustrates me, but I get that they have to kind of separate it from the original line.
That's what we talked about. So I think it's like a pretty cool thing because like an original Toxie goes for pretty much money. Like if you this isn't a cheap figure neither, but if you get him out and it's like exactly the same, it's not the 90s Toxie. It's a later Toxie. So it's pretty cool. They scaled them up 1.1.
And they're also going to do some of the figures that didn't get released, so I'm pretty excited about that.
My buddy pre-ordered the Dr. Killimov.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So yeah, this is the full run of all.
Yeah, I did everything that Toxic Crusaders, everything that Playmates made about Toxic Crusaders is in here.
Apocalypse Copter, you have the Turf Surfer, you have a lot of these slime buckets. I love the way this is displayed over here. How long do you have to look for what am I gonna pop in the back? Am I gonna do brakes? Am I gonna do something else?
In the beginning it took me some time, but now it's automatic. I have several boxes with stuff like this and stuff like that.
So you're just hunting for stuff to put in?
Yeah, I do hunt for stuff like that, in thrift shops and so.
Okay,
I do.
That's sweet. I think apart from me, this is the biggest Exosquad collection I've seen in Europe so far. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this is a lot. I think we have the same amount. I have different ones, but this is definitely like a big collection.
Do you have the big ones as well?
I have the yellow one and
Okay.
this one. I don't have that one.
I've never seen the big ones
I
before.
fixed it like with Lego.
Okay.
See, it's Lego, man.
It's
yeah,
Lego.
it's Lego. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, see, this too. It is Lego too. It even fell off.
I mean, yeah. I get that.
I actually learned about Exosquad like a lot later,
Okay.
and I really like the robotic suits and the squad, the exoskeleton.
Yeah.
I really liked that when I was a kid.
So were you also like into Gundam and stuff as a kid, like those Japanese mechas? Or...
And I did like the way the robots looked, but I actually don't really like the way anime turns around in story-wise. You either have Power Rangers like
Yeah.
Zero, or you have like
Okay, yeah.
the other stuff, and
You
then,
weren't fully committed to that, and this was
you have
more
to
like-
commit to something like
Yeah.
that, and I like the thing in between. You watch it, it's a good show, like Exosquad. Exosquad is an excellent show to watch, even now.
Yeah.
When you're 38 years old and you watch Exosquad, it's a good show to watch. You can't watch like He-Man anymore, but this you can watch now as an adult. So those are the cool shows.
And then some Z-bots, even
Yeah,
more
some-
mecha suit. Goodness.
Mech suits, yeah.
Yeah, trolls, and some Bucky O'Hare stuff. That's nice. Yeah. Some more Biker Minds dudes in here.
Here's a graded white figure.
Wow. And a graded, I don't remember what this guy's called.
Some kind of R2 D4 or something
Check
like
these
that.
out, man. One of the droids and a Vader. What are your thoughts? This is Fiji? Or no,
I think UKG, I think.
UK
Yeah,
graders.
I don't know, I think, yeah.
So it's UK graders.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on grading stuff, or how did you come across these two? Because
I got those in a trade. Like some guy from the UK
Yeah.
traded. What was it? I don't know. It was like a Rex like that one. You
Okay,
have, you have
the
a
Lost
green.
World.
Yeah. Like there was one of those Rexes they made like later.
Yeah.
Pretty rare one. And you traded like a lot of toys.
okay.
For one dinosaur.
Well, if
so
it's
yeah,
the last one you're missing,
Yeah.
why
And
not?
so he threw in a couple of those, so I kept them. I'm not a Star Wars collector. I don't have anything of Star Wars except that.
And some Sectars. We got some DC and some Marvel, and yeah, lots of Batman. We also have most of the guys. I mean, this is like a different Wheeler. This is the Wheeler that does not spark.
Ooh, Wheeler.
Yeah.
I didn't know the normal Wheeler spark, man.
Yeah, you had like the Black Star thing, where you have like this.
I do
forgetting
remember.
names and stuff, but yeah, you basically had a piece of
Flintstone.
a Flintstone in there, and it
Like
was sparked
like
up.
what was it?
Black
Black
Star?
Star? Yeah,
Yeah, Black Star,
yeah, Black
yeah.
Star. Yeah, sorry, I didn't do
Yeah,
it.
almost all of those had that. Yeah, wow, man. And then some turtles. I like me some turtles. You also just have a ton of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I really
Are
like.
you
Jurassic
like really into that? Was that like one of the big movies, or?
I was really into history, and
Okay.
and of course into dinosaurs. Every kid was into dinosaurs, and when that accumulated, like in '93 when we were like 6 years old, and then it went in '97 when we were in the Lost World, yeah, it exploded in my head. This like the compound.
Yeah.
This was something like when we were kids. This was for the rich kids.
Yeah.
Only the rich kids had this because it was like
It's a huge box
really
as well,
expensive
yeah.
when we were kids. So it was unobtainable. Yeah, the moment I started collecting, this was one of the first things I bought. I have like 4 or 5 of them. Yeah.
No, awesome. But first, turtles.
Turtles.
Yeah. So over here, this is one of the old, like the newer play sets. I'm saying older.
Yeah, newer.
Newer play set, but these are like the movie turtles. You have all the heavy hitters. You got Scale Tail. So you got your Sandstorm. You got your Dr. L over here, and then the Heroes of the Forgotten Sewer.
Yeah, that's a
nice.
cool line.
This one is also just freaking crazy. Wow. He's also supposed to come with wings.
Yeah, I don't have.
You haven't winged it yet.
Yeah, I haven't
this
winged
one,
this one yet.
But maybe it'll happen. And then I love this, like this little pond thing you got going on over here. A sewer play set over here with a very faded robotic Bebop.
I kind of like some faded
It's
toys.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
it's
cool
cool.
like that, yeah.
It's like a play with figure. It's a
Yeah.
figure that had love.
Yeah. It's got a little
some
patina.
Some kid took the figure everywhere.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that.
Wow. And then some foot soldiers. We got some of those Mutaforce ones. Sort of like a lot of these minis. Check it out. This is always like missing in those sets.
Yeah.
And you got a canister of ooze.
There's still
Retro
some
Mutant.
original ooze in there.
Really? Can we open
Really?
it
Yeah,
up?
open it up. Yeah. It kind of stings. It's like rotten away. Yeah. It's horrible, but it's. How old is that? Like
91, 92?
Yeah.
90? Okay, so this
I'll
came
smell
out
it.
of Germany.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Ooh, it actually still looks like.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
Looks like
it
it.
still looks like it, but it's like less.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it, man. Yeah.
Something would definitely
Yeah,
taste.
that's not
But it's crazy that it's still in there.
It stays moist for 30 years. What is
Well,
that?
it's probably just created its own climate in there by now.
It's like in the Simpsons episode.
Yeah. So in a couple of years, you can get spaceships shooting out of it. Some newer ones, some bootlegs here.
Bootleg
and
turtles.
a couple of carded ones
Yeah,
as well.
take 'em out.
You really like the Universal Monster
it's
ones?
one of the cooler lines. I think it's
Definitely.
one of the cooler lines.
Yeah.
I also don't collect like all the sports turtles, and I only collect the figures I like.
And some Savage
Yeah,
Dragon.
that's a cool line too.
Love that. And over here, one of the tougher to find play sets, you got the Technodrome. More turtles over
Yeah,
here.
those are
Some
the
dinosaur turtles.
Dino-rated turtles.
I would have guessed you were into like dinosaur turtles, obviously. What are these? Because I don't recall this line.
This is
A little bit newer?
No, this is a pretty old line, not like super old, but like in the 2000s. It's
Okay.
like it's an unknown toy line, but I thought it was cool, so I found those in a thrift store.
Okay.
So like I went to the local thrift store and I found one dinosaur, and a couple of days later I found a couple of figures. And a couple of days later
And
I
it just
found,
kept pouring
yeah,
out.
they kept pouring out, and it's actually the four horsemen
Okay.
sculpted.
Wow.
That's why they look so awesome.
Leonard, okay.
Yeah, so they made it for Leonard, like they made like an alien line, and then they made like
Yeah.
a Jurassic line, and that's it.
Thundercats is also really well represented. Some very heavy hitters in here. You got the Bengali with the hammer. You got your Jaga. And almost all of the guys actually in the run. So,
Not all of them, but
not all of them, but like
a lot.
You got the Berserkers.
Mm.
So, about the Jurassic Park line.
Yes.
Were you more into the dinosaurs, or did the figures also?
Figures also.
Yeah, just the characters from the movie.
Yeah, the only thing I always regretted that was the figures from the kennel line didn't accord to the movie.
Okay, yeah.
You had like little Timmy, and you had like, but they really didn't look like.
Yeah.
Like the persons that were playing in the
Dennis
movies.
Nedry, who was
yeah,
buff.
where's the fat guy? I wanted the fat guy to be eaten by the Dilophosaurus.
Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't have that one. So that was like a bummer. But yeah, I did have the figures too. It was kind of like The Lost World is like from '97. It was one of the last lines I got from St. Nicholas.
Wow. And then G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
There's some really good G.I. Joe stuff over here. You tucked it a little bit way in the back, but I really like it actually because you can access it from all angles over here.
That was the idea.
What are like the favorite ones you have in here?
Actually, my favorite one is this one. This one is the one I had as a kid. It's like 90s colors, like you said.
Yeah.
Nice yellow, nice neon colors. A lot of what you see here has been donated to me
Okay.
by my neighbor. My neighbor was like, I guess 4 years older than me, about 4 years older than me. He had like a lot of G.I. Joe, and a couple of years ago he was cleaning out his mom's and his dad's garage.
Yeah.
And he called me over. I know his sister too.
Yeah.
And his sister called me over. Hey, we got a lot of toys for you. It was the biggest gift I ever had because it's like thousands of euros.
Well, yeah.
So then 80% you see here all comes from my neighbor. So thank you, Steve.
Over here in the back, there's even like the Star Brigade, big giant mech suit.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to find
Yeah,
as well.
that one I bought myself because I like mech suits and I like robots.
So cool.
The Marauders?
The
Marauders? Yeah, aren't they the Marauders?
Dreadnoks.
Dreadnoks, yeah.
And Tiger Force.
Yeah, Tiger
Yeah.
Force.
We're in Europe because we got Tiger Force. Over here is like, is it almost all of the exclusives?
Yeah, all.
Wow, check it out over here. All the exclusive ones. Nice poppin' colors. And what is this? Is this?
It's an Black Major.
Wow. Okay.
Re-edition of the Cobra
That's
suit,
cool.
I think it's called Cobra
But in
suit.
Tiger Force.
But in Tiger Force, I really liked it. So
Wow, that's amazing. Over here you got some of the Ninja Force, some of the other characters, and
you have like
some Extreme?
ton load of GI Joe figures.
Extreme G.I. Joe?
Yeah,
as
a
well?
couple of them. Yeah,
Wow.
like in like 97 or 98,
Yeah,
Kenner
check
took.
those out over there.
Hasbro took over Kenner, and then the guys at Kenner got the G.I. Joe license, so they made like the Kenner figures we were used to, like the Kenner figures from Jurassic Park, Kenner figures from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, and they made G.I. Joe figures like they made those, but it wasn't a hit.
No, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, of course it wasn't a hit.
Maybe they should have just
You go
changed
from-
the IP and
I don't know, man. How many points of articulation does G.I. Joe figure have? How many are they? I don't
lot,
know.
a lot,
25
yeah.
or something like that, and then you go to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that
get
sucks,
it,
man.
I get it,
Yeah.
Over here you got a lot of masks. You got Boulder Hill.
Yeah.
You have all the big vehicles.
It's complete. I have a cool story about this one too.
Okay.
A big part of this is donated too by a good buddy of mine, and the license plate that he taped on here is still the original license plate he taped on in 1990.
Wow,
So
okay.
it's the license plate his dad had when he was in 1990 going to, and he told me
It's the same one?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Okay.
He thought we were going to Disneyland. I was playing with the car and I drew it, and it's still on there now. So stuff like that has a special place for me in my collection.
This looks a bit custom made.
That's one I made myself.
Okay.
They never released
A girl.
no, they never released this car.
Okay.
So I found myself a Porsche, and I like I like Frankenstein. Like what's the other one called? The Manta.
Yeah.
And now I can turn this one into a submarine if I want to
That's
play with it
awesome.
in the bathtub
Yeah.
or something like that.
And one of the biggest collections of Dino Riders I've ever seen.
Yeah, right, yeah.
This is pretty big.
Yeah,
I know.
It are all the Dino Riders except the last two.
Oh, really?
Of the third series,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
So I've got them all.
Wow. And like, how did you come across these? Like, did you already play with them back in the day? Or?
That's a story too. So I had a buddy, and his mom had like a kindergarten.
Okay.
And one day his mom got like a huge donation of toys, and the toys were Mask and Dino Riders. And she said to me, "You have like tons of toys. Trade me something that's not aggressive. Trade me some board games. Trade me some Playmobil. Trade me some Lego."
Yeah,
So
or
I
stuff
went-
that doesn't have too
stuff
many small pieces.
stuff that's not aggressive and stuff that isn't for small kids.
Yeah.
So I went to her and I traded like Dino Riders. So it was something that really, whoa, what's this, man? How does this happen?
Wow.
Yeah, and that was actually the start of like a small Dino Riders collection. A big part I sold to my buddy, and then afterwards when my Mask collection was complete, because it's like Dino Riders and Mask is like shoulder to
Yeah,
shoulder,
they're-
and the figures
they're
are
close.
interchangeable. If
They
you buy
are
a-
shoulder to shoulder.
yeah, they are shoulder to shoulder. If you buy a lot, you get figures, and then afterwards I started collecting them too. Like this is one of my grails in my collection.
Yeah,
The Dino Riders Brontosaurus,
Wow.
100% complete. I think that you never see something.
Yeah, you really don't see that one. Because I thought like this one was the big one.
No.
But no, it's not. It's not. I'm still looking for that T-Rex. I love also that you have the Ice Age ones up here. Those look a bit quirky compared to like, you know, the regular Dino Riders because they have like the primates riding on them and everything.
That's the line sizzled out like many toy lines do, like after 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but at least they didn't have to go with glow in the dark. Did they? Did they glow in the dark?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. Well, thank you so much, Ken, for showing us around in your collection.
Thank you for coming.
And yeah, if you'd like to see more, definitely check out the Instagram, Keyo The Collector. You can also reach out if you want to chat some more about toys. And we'll be back with a new video, hopefully next week.
I do want to say one little thing. I
Yeah.
want to thank some people.
Okay,
Because
perfect, yeah.
because this wasn't possible if some people didn't help me. So I want to thank my buddy Sven. My buddy Sven helped me a lot. He helped me a lot of times. He's my hunting buddy. I wouldn't be this far without him. I want to thank my friend Sarah. She's an American. She helped me with interview stuff. I want to thank everyone else that donated. I told Steve, I talked about Steve, I talked about Roel, and I would thank you guys for coming over and drinking my beer.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having us over. So yeah, guys, be sure to check out Ken on Keyo The Collector on Instagram. Reach out to him if you want to chat about some toys, or hit it down below in the comments section. Leave a like on the video, and be sure to subscribe for more 80s and 90s toy hunting and toy collection videos. I hope to see you next week in an all new video, and I guess we're gonna do some hunting now. See you soon. Bye.